What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to the channel. Today's video is a little special, so I wanted to give some context before we get started. As you can see in the title, this is the Union Mine once again. This is our 4th trip out to this complex. And for those who don't know, there are 8 previous videos that you can go check out where we explore a ton of really awesome, amazing workings from the 1800s. You're seeing now a clip of a carbide lantern that we found in the Union Mine on this most recent trip. It was up in one of the upper levels that we'd been through many times in the past, but somehow we had overlooked it every single time. This would have been from the 1930s, so it was left in the mine by one of the surveyors who came through the mine in the 30s. We've seen their graffiti in a lot of places in the mine. So our primary objective with this trip was to get down to the 500 level. Now we've been to the 500 level before, but we were cut off by a collapse. So we're going to try and find a way around the collapse into the 500 and hopefully find more ways deeper into the mine. We're the first modern explorers in this complex, so everything you'll see in this video is being seen for the first time in nearly 100 years. Please enjoy, and thank you for watching. Getting rigged up on 300 level, about to drop to the 4, which, as the graffiti says, is this way. Careful of the hole. That's why you check the rocks you anchor to, I guess.
Yeah, everything back here is super friendly.
Yeah. Alright, we have this winds on the 400 level here that we're dropping. Jeremy's coming back up after doing a recon, and as you can see, it is a very tight squeeze in there. It's going to be a struggle to get through with the bags. We're going to figure it out though. But this goes, as you can see here, to the 500. And we have not seen most of the 500, so that is the primary lead for today. Yeah, I know where we are on the map. I'm just curious to see. I'll have to see it down there to like know what's going on. Yeah, I'm gonna.
That's a pain with the bag. It gets hung up on stuff.
I'm gonna have a terrible time doing that.
Yeah, turn around.
All right, we're on the 500. And in one previous episode, we stood on the other side of that collapse on the 500. We're obviously down a different route this time. Came down from that ladder, roughly where the rope is to. And we're on the 500. Gonna get through some nasty ground and see what we have. Yeah, I stoked that up. Must be the good stuff.
Oh, I just noticed that.
What does that say?
545. There's a sub level right there.
Oh yeah.
There's an easier way to get up there from the other side, I believe.
That goes that way though, doesn't it? A little pocket?
Well, I saw a raise or something going up.
Oh.
But yeah, I guess it would be a problem if you have to go over the...
I mean, you could get up there. Well, why is that pointing up? We're on the 520. That says 540. Oh, up. 545.
I think the 5, it says 520 over here because it's like the 20 is like the designation for that drift specifically, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
We're on the 500 overall, so everything will probably be like 5 something on this level.
God, they had big old timbers here.
Yeah.
Here.
Obviously, I needed them.
Yeah. Okay, so we dropped in from back there where that basically the tip of my finger is that hole. It's pretty nasty over there. I didn't want to bring the camera out yet, so we're over in this little alcove here under some stopes. You can see some of the minerals they were going after up there. It seems like the orange is the ore they were removing in these stopes. And stopes can continue up there. There's a bit of graffiti right there. I don't know if y'all can see that. It's the angle's bad. It says up L 545, so maybe a sub-level up there. And then we have this nastiness over here. A lot of really bad ground back there. Fallen timbers all over the place. And off to my left is another branch notated as the 520 drift. And this goes into hard rock, so we're going to start with this. Give ourselves a bit of a break. I think we know where this connects. We've actually been to where this connects, but we'll see if we can make it all the way there. Alright, continuing down the 520. Outstanding room, we really appreciate that. Pretty featureless so far. Whoa. Wow. That's kind of wild. Jeez. Holy cow, that's huge. That's huge, and this is a small one. That's a natural cave they encountered at some point. Look at this. It's big, man.
Look down over here.
Wow. Jeez. Gotta get someone down there for scale at some point. You can hear the echo. I bet there's some like artifacts and stuff down there.
Oh yeah. We can find this on the maps pretty easy.
Oh yeah, I know exactly. I've seen this on the maps.
The carbide key on the ground. Drift. Keep running that way. There's a figure right here. And I'm going to pull out the big light and I'm going to show you what this looks like.
Yeah, the camera can't even focus on it. It's just a freaking void.
I'm going to take care of that for you, bud. I finally have something I can flex on. You guys ready for this?
Yeah. Justin brought his car headlight in here.
I'm not sponsored by them, but I wish I was.
Ooh. Wow. Look at that. That's not big anymore, dude. It's a small cave.
Ooh, look at that void down there dropping.
You guys want some scale real quick?
Yeah. I'll get in there.
I'll be right back.
Hell yeah.
Alright.
I just sunk into this.
Yeah, that's very silty. How high does it run over your head?
Just as high, doesn't
Oh,
go
okay.
further.
We need interns just to jump down and scale and things like that.
Yeah. Or like a small robot or something. Dude,
Yeah.
a drone that could work in here would be great. Look at that. Yeah, the scale is, you can't even see or understand the scale until someone gets down in there.
Yeah, I hope
That's a huge.
that's making it more clear. He's maybe halfway across now. Wow. I haven't even looked. A lot of materials come down. You can see down there. And if I cut in front of you real quickly, two places. You see how undercut. It looks like there's almost like a path right there. And it keeps dropping down sharply over there, so that's definitely promising looking. And there's Jeremy way over there.
You can barely see him. Wow.
And this is not even one of the bigger caves that's in this mine. This is actually on the smaller side compared to some of the others we've seen.
I really hope we see a big, big one.
I do too, but not complaining about this one, but I'm just saying.
Just, yeah, because this one seems big, you know?
Yeah. Anything of note? Okay. Okay. I mean, it looks like it drops down pretty sharply over there.
Yeah,
Okay.
All right, there's the big cave. We're gonna go back in there in a moment. Jeremy's checking it out, but for now, we'll stay on this drift here. And probably should get my light on. So, back on the 520 drift. I'll keep my eyes out for interesting stuff, though. It kind of just looks like a featureless crosscut right now, which is actually exactly what I expected. Based on the maps, this thing's gonna veer off to the left, and it's eventually gonna connect up with a cave we've already been in. JHT graffiti. Pretty decent hanging wall there. Man, I spent a lot of time making graffiti down here. 1937 on that. There's a bit more. Probably won't stop and look at every single bit of graffiti, but look at some of it. Got ourselves a classic here. Probably don't need to spend too much time looking at that. That's a Prince Albert tin. You know the deal. Yeah, it looks like they had strap rail in here, and you can see the wood is kind of rotted away. And the straps, I can't tell. I think they're gone. So I might have pulled them out when they were done with this level. Alright, we got some Cutting Packaging Co. or Cutting Packing Co. Sorry, I had to turn this to read it, but some sort of food in there. Probably the surveyors in the 30s left that. It looks 30s-esque. Okay, we got a four-way junction here. And so we got left side, straight ahead is that way. And to the right, looks like that. I noticed, as we've seen many times in this mine, this is the source of light that the miners were using when they were working in here. That is a tallow candle. Just the very snub of it. I want to see if we can light one of these. I kind of doubt it, but it could be interesting to try.
Yeah, that's cool.
Alright, we're sticking to the left quite a bit, so I guess we'll continue with that trend. We just arrived at this four-way. We came from that way where the arrow is pointing. Got four junctions here. We're going to go off to the left first. I actually briefly scouted this out. I swear there's airflow coming through here, though. I swear there's airflow. Yeah, we went back here just to scout it out. There's a shovel right there. But, yeah, it gets a little funky. I didn't go up at all, but I tried to go down to try and find out where this drift continues.
Might be a little something right up there.
Yeah, there could be. But yeah, it looked like the drift at least was totally sealed off. Anyways, y'all can get an idea of how messed up this is in here. There's like, I mean, that boulder right in the middle of the screen there is like the size of a Fiat. And then there's all sorts of loose stuff going up here. Really nasty. You gotta be real careful because everything's loose.
I swear I just felt airflow too.
Yeah, I thought I could feel it coming through here. But.
Okay. Bad news.
That's back where we're looking. That was supposed to connect up with where we've already been earlier in a former part of the series. And it's totally messed up, so we can't go that way, which is a little unfortunate, because it would have been kind of fun to reconnect with something else. I'll probably clip the part of the video where that connection is. Okay, we are back on the B side of the mine in this big cave. Y'all probably remember this. Huge. It came from up there. And I think we've shown this before, but the that's the 500 level right there. And we got stopped by a collapse, so we couldn't actually see that part of it. So it's just sitting there taunting us right there. It's like 30 feet up in the air though. We'd need to like bring a ladder in here or something, which is basically impossible. Man, that's just it looks like there's a drift that goes off that way too. So we're back at the four-way. We came from that way. We can do the left hand here. Left hand rule, just to be rebels. We'll go down this way. There's something in there. I can't tell what that is. Just a rod, maybe? And got some bad news over here too. Yeah, that totally failed. They were drilling this. Kind of looks like they were using pneumatic drills based on the size of that. The maps say this doesn't really, I guess, didn't go anywhere significant, so I guess it's not too big of a bummer that that's caved. Luckily for us, the drift that does apparently go to most things is open, and that is going to be to our current left at the junction here.
That's the lunch zone back there.
That's the last drift we haven't done off this four-way. We came from that way. So, let's see what we got down here. This does allegedly go off to significant workings. So, hopefully things aren't caved. We've had some pretty bad luck on this level so far. Yeah, this is just a cross cut, no features at all. Keep the camera rolling just in case.
Recolored show back there. I'm not sure why this was piled up here, but it was clearly intentional.
There's some piled backfill right there.
You notice all the square nails?
Yeah, I wonder if those are survey crew maybe?
Or square, so the...
Are they, is that older than 30s?
I think that would be part of the original ties.
Yeah? Oh yeah, yeah. Yeah, you're probably,
Strap rail.
yeah, you're probably right. Well, I really hope this goes somewhere because it's really building the anticipation. Looks like we're going down. That's weird.
There's footprints in the dust.
Really?
Forever. So, got drift around that way, looking good. And back that way, looking not quite as good, but I do see some, looks like some artifacts down there.
Okay, so we we just dropped down like 10 feet, maybe even less, onto this other drift. I'm not sure if this is going to pick up on the camera, but there are footprints in this dust that have almost certainly been here for almost 100 years.
Is it a flat bottom?
Yeah, flat bottom, soles, heels, I guess. There's no tread on them, so they must be old. And we are at a T, going off to the right there, and then again to the left, going off that way. Which way are we going to do first?
Let's go right.
Let's go. That looks like it ends right here. Let's just confirm that it does in fact end.
Let's get some pictures of this. These tracks.
Okay, we're on this slightly lower drift level. We're going left.
We're on the T this way.
Okay.
That's where
We already have a junction. Going off to the right there. Apparently it goes. Once again, that's where we came from. Yeah, we think we're in an older section of the mine. It's just, I mean, you can kind of tell it's probably hand dug. I'll keep with the left hand trend and go down this way. I see some sardine cans in the ground down here. Looks like just a dead end. For once, just a dead end and not a collapse. Is it a dead end? Interesting, okay. There's a tiny little stope in there. But that's it. Nothing else. Okay. At least it wasn't a collapse, right? These are the little tins I was referencing a second ago. They're very small. Maybe sardine tins or something. That's super interesting. There's a few of them here. That's about it on the ground. There's also this large can here. No writing or labeling, unfortunately. And then another one there. And that is where we came from. This is where we're going to go now. Okay, we're continuing down this side we just showed from that junction. Nothing going on here. I'm going to run through this quickly because I was giving a little heads up from my buddies. Doesn't sound like this is going to go anywhere interesting. It does go a ways though. Pocket carved out there. And that's a face. Yeah, I see pick marks in there. It looks like. It says white streaks. And that does kind of look like a hand-driven drill hole. Could be wrong, but this this part of the level has, it gives me the impression that it was hand-driven, which means it was probably dug in the 1880s or so, 1870s maybe. All right, we're gonna hit up the junction that we kind of dropped down about 5 feet into this portion of the workings. We'll head over there, and we're gonna go off to this side of me, and there's a drift going off that way that we haven't done yet. All right, we just came from right through there in the middle, and then off to the left, up there, that's where we dropped into this level from. Once again, it's like that crosscut up there is like 5 feet higher in elevation than this one for some reason. And we think it's because that crosscut at least was driven later, maybe to bypass some collapses. And this was the original workings on this side here. carved out area there, and a man standing there.
I got let it work for it.
Oh, is this the same one?
Yep.
Yeah.
If you look come over here, you can look back over there. Get
Yeah.
down low, you can just barely see where we were
Yeah.
perched up.
That's nuts. I feel like we're higher up on
We
this
are.
side, but
Yeah, we are. We're probably 40, 50 foot up from the bottom right there.
that's crazy.
Yeah. Move back around. Check this out. I might have missed something right over there when I looked. Maybe.
I'll check it out.
Yeah, we'll go push this cave out here.
Yeah. Interesting.
I'm certain this runs straight down. It's almost like a ramp, just straight down the 900 off this cave.
Oh yeah, I think you're right, dude.
Like it's just soft. Like we don't need ropes, we just walk down.
Yeah. And then all the ground down below this level is gonna be perfect. Yeah, so as y'all just saw, we ran back into this cave that we saw earlier. We haven't gone down in there yet. We're yeah, I mean, we earlier, we were kind of over there on top of that orange color. Sorry, it's not focusing. There we go. Yeah, we were over there. So we're kind of on the opposite side. You see this just dropping, kind of a intimidating drop here. It's about 40 feet down. You can maybe toss a rock down there or something. I have no idea why they drove this crosscut we're in currently. I'm gonna chuck a rock in there. Yeah, it's not too far down. So we're gonna go back to the cave on, at least access it from the other side. Go down in there and see what we can find. Justin, being the omniscient mine whiz that he is, noticed that right here on the rib, you can see where the ore cars were scraping consistently. Interestingly, you got one line here, one line like a foot higher. I wonder if they're using different types of ore cars or what. But then down the ground, you got your strap rail. So I guess that means the ore cars they were using are metal, because I don't think a wooden ore car would cause that much damage to the rock. So interesting stuff. Jade Jury, October 9th, 1920. That's before the survey crew. And we got this December 15th, 1937. That probably was the survey crew. That says something kitchen. We've seen them before. Kitchens with their unusual last name. And now we're gonna drop on into this cave. You can tell it's a cave by the way it is. Big, big space. So a moment ago we were somewhere up there where he's shining his light, I think. Up there. Just sticking out on the side of this thing. It's pretty wild. Yeah, right up there, he's saying. And looking out from a different perspective, of course, so kind of cool. We'll head in there and check it out. Okay, we're in the big cave we came from. Where did we come from? Over here? Yeah, right there.
You guys have a shot? Cool.
Sweet. Sounds like we got a way down. Not too long ago, it's almost impossible to tell, but there's you can see kind of a shadow up there, right there. That's a drift. We were up there. And we noticed that they were driving that drift from this direction somehow. So they were like, either they had a platform or a big ladder, and they're way up there and pushing that drift away from me, which is, I can't even fathom how they did that. This cave Drops down quite a bit as well. You can see here. It's really hard to see the scale, but this is massive. It goes probably 75 feet down. It is quite large. And there's a person to give you a bit of sense of scale in here. It's really impressive. Crazy. How cool would it be to just pop into this thing as a miner back in the 1870s? Crazy.
There he's heading up. Alright, the word has come back as a negative, so we're going to have to climb back up out of this cave, and we'll head off to the right near where we first dropped down.
Honestly, kind of relieved. Alright, we're at the bottom of this cave. Upside down view. We came from up there in that abyss. There's an ore pass down here that Jeremy's checking out. I got him on rope, on his anchor. And it's a no-go. There's the pit goes down like 20 feet and ends, and then across the pit is collapsed. So there is nothing coming off this cave as far as we can tell, unfortunately.
Okay, all good.
Ready, Graham?
Mm-hmm.
Hung up on the rail. Yeah.
No, I don't think punched.
Dang it.
That's a pretty thick plug if we can handle that.
Okay.
I don't even know it'll be good.
Yeah.
Yeah. We're back at the beginning of our adventure on the 500 level. Remember the 520 drift graffiti pointed that way. That goes off to the big cave we just spent some time in. We have not gone down here yet, and it doesn't look great. But we have no other options, so we're going to give it a shot and try not to make anything come down on us, because there's a lot of crap in here. So I'm going to make my way through there and turn the camera off.
We've been making our way through some pretty horrendous ground, coming from that direction, believe it or not. And to prove my
Ground is horrible in here. Some strap rail there. More terrible ground. Okie dokie, we wormed our way through this horrible drift here. You can see all the stuff sloughing off from above, and it's like that the whole way through. I didn't really film much. I filmed some with my phone. It's really terrible. Behind me here, there's some stuff going up. We haven't checked that out yet. And then in front of me, got that drift there, which looks great. And that says 522, so this is the 522 drift. Got a sweet looking bucket here. And up here is a tobacco tin we've never seen before. It's a half-sized, hence the half written there. Buckingham Bright Cut Plug Smoking Tobacco. See that flower design on there? Kind of interesting. Yeah, it's a half-sized tobacco tin. And rare old Buckingham, always just right. Never too moist, never too dry, always on top. No more gassed fingers. I don't know. For pipe and cigarette. Patented July 22nd, 1930. So probably 30s. And then this way is another drift. And we've been doing a lot of left-hand rule, so we'll keep up with that. Go this way to start. Pretty clean looking crosscut here. Not sure what they were doing or following. Weirdly, we have these somewhat modern looking galvanized pieces of metal. Who knows where those came from? Carbide can. They ripped up the rail in here. Got a metal bucket or tin of some sort there. Looks like a raise right here with the debris on the ground there. Let's see it. Yeah. That's a pretty crazy raise, actually. Wow, look at that. You see, I'm not sure if it's coming up on camera, but there's like glistening water droplets way up there. I wonder where this goes. Huh. Standing on top of this pile, and we're dropping down here. On back onto the drift. Got a dynamite box. I'll let my buddy get past me and film that. And face back there. Let's see this dynamite box up close. That's Hercules. That's an old looking one. And I don't really want to touch it because we got some contents in there. Probably inert, but better safe than sorry. So that's kind of cool. And we go back here. We got some burlap sacks right there. I tried to pick one of these up and it just crumbled. And then face. Small tin right there. Nothing really else to see. There's one of the drill holes. It's kind of an interesting angle to put that. These are probably all hand driven, which is pretty nuts. So that's this drift. We'll go back to the junction with the bucket and go off to the other side. Okay, we're back at this junction. Remember, we came from that way through the terrible collapse drift. There's some ore tallies here. So they're dumping ore down here. And there's the bucket. We're gonna go down this way. We haven't been down here yet. A couple rusted cans on the ground there. It's not really worth showing those up close. Ground there, it's not. Very orange rock in here. Cool. What?
You know what this is?
Mule?
This
Is that
stable.
Like? Yeah. Holy shit.
Did you see the tack hanging on the post right there?
Oh wow. Oh yeah. Damn. That's nuts. Wow.
There still is the hay here too.
Holy, yeah, fuck, you're right. Holy shit.
The trough is full of hay still.
That's insane. Wow.
Yeah. Wow.
Never seen that before.
Never.
That's insane. That's so old school. Wow. Jeez. Crazy. Can you imagine
No.
the life of a donkey down here, a mule?
No.
Wow.
But think about the fact they got one here, which means
Yeah, the shaft's that way.
gotta be there.
Yeah, yeah, for sure. Damn, that's crazy. That's cool.
Sign of mule prints or anything?
I haven't.
Yeah, there's probably a horseshoe laying around here somewhere.
This is fucking unreal.
Utah ore. I'm not sure what this means. You can film. Velvet tin here from the 30s. Seen these before. And we're right next to the stable. As you can tell, it says right there. So this is a horse tack, which would have been used for mules. It's leather. And this is from the 1800s, which is nuts. Got something else here, similar strap. It has a little clasp up there. Crazy. These are just hanging exactly where they were left over 100 years ago. See, the more recent folks notated this is the stable, which it is. And we got a trough here for feeding the mules. And there's actually still hay in the trough. 150-year-old hay in there. Crazy. Looks like there was something going off that way at one point, and they walled it off with gobbing. Turned this into a stable. We didn't see any mule prints on the ground here. Is this a tamping stick here? Is that what this is? Wild. And the mules just hung out in probably total darkness most of the time down here. What a life. Crazy. We got a couple cans and buckets here. Maybe they're using these for water for the mule, maybe. And then this is a pretty sweet barrel here.
Looks ugly. It is ugly. So it's going that way.
We got a chain too. I wonder if they had this like across the stable or something. Seems original.
Charcoal is not very good.
And here's one last wide view of the stable where the mules spent most of their time. And the drift does keep going off that way.
Mule tack here.
Okay, continuing down the 500 level.
Left.
It's a pretty nasty looking ore pass by the looks of it. It says 5230? 523? Yeah, probably 523. It says 518. We got 524 there. It keeps going off. We are going left hand this trip, so I suppose I should go down here, shouldn't I? Alright, this opens up a bit into a really bizarre looking stope with some, man, I bet that's the stuff they were going after. That looks really nice. Yeah, that looks like some good stuff. Some silver containing stuff. There's a natural cave here. Some interesting formations in there. It's cool. Goes up 20 feet. Looks like we got our classic eggshell from the 1800s miners right there, back there. I've seen these before. Probably a pretty typical lunch that they'd bring down with them. Okay, just crawled over this tiny backfilled space. Drift turns and then dead ends, unfortunately. That's all she wrote. Alright, so we'll go back to the main haulage way. Basically illegible. It says pipe and cigarettes. So it's some sort of tobacco. Maybe someone will recognize the coloring. Okay, we're back on the main haulage. We just went down this, which is 524. We're going to keep going down the main haulage. There's some cool stuff in there. Crystals. I think that says 515. Okay. And we have, this is going to be the shaft that no longer exists, basically. I wonder if you can look up that. Yeah, but this is the main shaft for the mine. It's totally caved in. Looks like we got branches in both directions. We've been going left, so we'll keep doing that. But just for reference, the other side looks like that. All right, let's head down here. Check it out. Okay, down the left side, right next to the shaft, L552. That shoots up, looks like dead ends. I can see the back, yeah. What is that? I don't know what that is. Huh. Now, does this connect the mule to the ore car, maybe? I'll have to ask one of the other guys if they have an idea on that. Gob L555. And that goes back. It's full of timber. Okay, it looks like. Okay, yeah, it's just a face back there. Okay, just a face. Nothing to see. There's a can here. It's labeling's faded though.
Don't know. It looks like a.
Maybe just.
I think it's a primitive shovel, actually.
Maybe.
I think
it's got that like hinge pivot at the end thing.
Yeah. Fuck. I don't know, man. It looks like a honestly.
It
Miners
could be a
have to
shovel.
look at what they have. So.
Yeah. Okay. Here. All right. That's a dead end that way, and we're gonna go off here. Gob, filled, drift. I swear there's airflow. Swear flow. Nothing much to see in here, it seems like. I swear there's airflow in here. The air just feels fresher for some reason. That's another filled drift of some sort. Same over there. See the gob stack. Pretty meticulous. Crazy. Would have taken a long time to do that. I'm not sure what the I'm not sure what the deal is with that. L560, I think that one said. I'm trying to keep my eyes out for stuff on the ground because it seems to be pretty easy to miss stuff in here. Okay, I got some more graffiti. Nothing too interesting. I see the drill holes were driven in this direction, so presumably we're working this way. Okay. Gob 561. Totally filled with stuff. And this is interesting. This almost seems like a shaft. I wonder if I should be careful walking on this plug here. Holy cow, yeah. Huh. Big raise from what I can see. Huh. That's unusual, it's weird. That goes 50 feet up, maybe? Huh. Yeah, that's strange. And there's a whole lot of timber in here. So maybe this is just the bottom of an ore chute. That's kind of what I'm thinking right now. Maybe there's a level up there that they were dumping ore down here. That's my best guess. Yeah, you can almost see the lip of another level right up there. Right in the middle of the screen. I think that's another drift level, the floor of the drift. But, unfortunately, we haven't found any connections down, so I'm not sure what the game plan is right now. There's some drill steel. Single jack drill steel. Old school stuff. It's pretty cool. Yeah, we're gonna have to figure out what to do now. At some point I walked right past this pick head.
There's AG.
Full thing is there. Handle's rotted away. That's pretty cool. Okay, we're back at what I think is the main shaft. Totally caved there. We went off this way, down there. Found a raise that goes up like 40 feet down that way. This way. That's cool. Got a Folgers coffee tin. Can't be that old. 30s probably. Yeah, I'd like to see some more 1800 stuff. You got some metal rail there, so that's newer. Interesting. Wow, yikes. That looks pretty bad back there. I'll double check that. I can't get through there with the camera though. I don't think that's gonna go. Off this way, kind of a similar situation. It kind of just looks like it's backfilled actually. I'll double check these if they go anywhere. I'll definitely show them. 528. This probably went somewhere at one point because there's rail going off that way, but not anymore. I'm gonna go check this out. This is the 526 drift with my phone. Looks bad. This is the one with the rails sticking out. This side doesn't go anywhere. I did squirm back there. Okay, I'm down this 528 drift, I think it is. Double check that. It's the drift with the metal rails that went under the collapse. It's basically 100 feet of really bad ground. We just saw the face back there. That's the end. And Yeah, then that's basically what I worked through the whole time, is that crap right there. It's all come down from the back. And it's really soft and flaky, nasty stuff. There's a weird gob pile right there. But that's about it. So it went somewhere, but not far. We'll keep going straight for now. I'm trying to be reasonable, but not too confusing with this, since it's kind of an obstacle course of mine. Looks like we got more bad news. Something gob. And oh yeah, it's just an ore pass chute from up there. This did not keep going from what I can see. Looks like a face. So yeah, we are, I think we're really officially out of options on this level. We'll reconvene and see if I forgot anything. That's the route out. Very narrow. So we're working our way through this very pleasant squeeze here.
That's one way of putting it.
Justin's having a fantastic time, as you can tell.
Thank God for knee pads, huh?
Yeah, mine exploring realities. So this is the 400 level. I never went back on this drift. I think I forgot about it, and some other people checked it out, so I never did. You can go past me if you want. But we're pretty close to where we drop in on the 400. Pretty close to the ore cars as well, so that gives you some idea as to where we are. Got some rail in here. And Jeremy is at the beginning of a little decline that goes down to a 20-foot ore pass. That looks pretty good, so they're going to drop that. See if we can get onto a different level. And there's a shovel there. Kind of cool. Beyond where Jeremy is, and that's where we're going to drop. Got a little hole there. This looks like maybe a shaft or something. It's hard to tell. There's a ton of wood infrastructure here. This is 404. And then if I look up, big raise going up. No infrastructure left, but it looks like they did have timbers in there. I see the notches. There's a notch right in the middle of the screen there. Maybe a shaft to the surface at one point. And this, where does this go? Okay, it drifts off that way. And this is 405 gob. Let's see if this goes anywhere. I don't think so. Really, really tight raise. Looks like it goes up to the right. Yeah, it's bizarre.
I like that.
Yeah.
Well, actually, why I position myself here.
We are down this little decline that I pointed out. Jeremy's making the first descent. It's about a 30-foot drop.
Road's getting dirty.
Okay, this can be great for the stops. Cannot wait.
Yeah, it's a level.
Cool. That's what we want.
There he goes. That is a crumbled stick of black powder. which is not dynamite, not nitroglycerin, black powder. You see a little wrapper there. Very, very old stuff. So we just dropped that, and it goes down to the level that we wanted to get onto, but they backfilled both sides of the drift. And yeah, we can't get through, which sucks because it's a pretty big level. So we have a couple more leads to try, but we are running out of options. Anyways, normally we go down over there where Justin is, and Jeremy's dropped it, and it's totally plugged, which means that the mine's been moving around a bit since we were last in here. And ironically, while Jeremy was dropping that, I was wandering over here into these stopes, and I just happened to find a different way down. So we can still get down, but definitely a little unnerving to have a former path we used get blocked off entirely by collapse. That's crazy. So we're gonna go down this, probably for the last time ever, and pick up on the 200 level. We are pushing down to the B300. Forgot about this hole here, but it takes us to the 300. It's like 30 feet. It's not long, but it's kind of awkward. And through there is a squeeze to the scree decline thing with the hand line we used. And yeah, getting dropped here. We totally forgot about this. No one took video of it. Everybody, we're here on the B300. Just dropped down from over there. This is the anti-union chamber, which is ironic because the name of the mine is the Union in Sarah Gordon. Today we walked past this and there is frigid air blasting out of this hole, which we don't remember last time, so we're going to drop down here again. Last time we went down here we didn't see anything, so we're going to try and figure this puzzle out, see where this air is coming from. Okay, we're in the anti-union chamber. There's the rope hand line down here, and this drops down over here. We confirm the airflow is coming out of that. You go down there, it kind of declines down, looks really fine, looks great, and then you hit this little drop, connects to an ore pass. Ore pass is full of rocks. They're like baseball plus sized, and it's fine at first. You go down a little bit and it turns into probably a 1 to 2 foot tall squeeze where you have to army crawl down 45 degrees, baseball sized boulders with a bunch of those boulders on top of you, like above you. And then we had a little close call with those things cascading down when Jeremy went down there. So we called that, even though the airflow is coming out of there, but it's just too sketchy. Okay. We're at this pit on the 300. We think that's a level down there. See, this goes across. We threw rocks over there, and that goes down on that side as well. We did not go across this because it's very sketchy. This is probably 35 feet deep. It's not that deep. And it's like nearly 100 feet to the next level, I think. So, oh, and then there's no airflow. We don't think there's airflow down there. So we are gonna try something else. We're gonna go to the bullshit cave. Okay, we are on the B300. That is toward the point where we drop in on this level from. And over here is the B shaft. See the discolored rock down there? It's the cave shaft. We are standing here at this junction and we realize we never tried this little raise that goes up. And right there it says 200, it also says 100. So presumably this goes up to the B2 and 100 levels. We scurried up there, Jeremy did, and it's just basically rotten ladders and near vertical, so not doable from below. And we're gonna head off this way. This is drift 603 to the bullshit chamber. And there's a couple things we want to try down there. So we'll pick up over there. Okay, this is the back of the 604 drift on the B300 level. Totally caved. Probably 150 feet back from the branch. It's a massive drift, actually. It's huge. Yeah, so 604 toward the shaft, toward the bullshit. Okay, we are in the bullshit chamber over at this ore pass that the rails lead off into. And we were getting it set up, but there's quite a bit of a sketch factor with this pile of shit. We actually heard rocks from behind this falling into this void somehow. So there's apparently some sort of cavity behind all this loose stuff, and it's just kind of precariously resting there. And you can see big slabs down there too. They're just kind of precariously wedged in that thing.
So, I would add to that we're not feeling any airflow here either.
Yeah. So we're gonna call it just a little too sketchy, and I think we're out of things to try. Yeah. Jeremy's going up to a little sub-level and then eventually to the B200. That's the anti-union chamber right there. It's kind of where we start on this B300 level. And I'm gonna go off here, crawl through this horrendous backfill. That's like, I don't know, 2 feet. So it goes back a long freaking ways. It's gonna suck, but go back there and see what's going on. The map says it does go a ways, so it'll be interesting to confirm that. Okay, back of this drift on the B300. We hadn't gone back here, I don't think. It's really weird. Drop there. I think this shoots off. I guess so if you get on this level, you walk toward the anti-union chamber. And if you walk the other way, the opposite direction, you end up in this drift. And the first 50 to 75 feet of the drift are backfilled. And so you have to crawl or army crawl most of the way, which sucks. Then it opens up. I haven't gone down here yet. I'm gonna go straight since there's more space. That looks... I see it extending on beyond that, but let's come back to that. Let's come back to that. Okay, we were just over there, so it just kind of pokes through. Backfilled. And face. Okay. Let's go back to that little chamber. Take a look at the map. This shoots off for like 100 feet and dead ends. And no airflow. No vertical features shown on the maps, so I am gonna call it. I'm not gonna crawl over that super tight squeeze. There's a whole bunch of fuse cord there. That's kind of cool. Yeah, I don't know if that was worth coming back to see, but to check it all, so. I would say we've been pretty complete with the 300 level at this point. Hey everyone, thanks for watching. Hope you enjoyed. As you can see in the video, we really exhausted every single option we had to get deeper in that mine, and unfortunately they were all just a bit too sketchy. Now what keeps me up at night about this place is that there are 11 levels below the deepest level that we were able to access in this place. So we've only just barely scratched the surface of this complex. And I suppose those last levels will never be seen by anyone again.